More time.
Mansoor, sir, you are right.
Okay. Okay. So today we can welcome Mansoor to our discussion today. Could you maybe introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you, sir. First of all, I want to thank for invited me on the Zoom meeting. Sir, my name is Mansoor Khan from Pakistan. I studied civil engineering.
Okay. Well, you're very welcome to be here, of course. Previous to the recording, Mansoor and I, we've been discussing some different points, and we're going to now discuss a few English development points based on his performance for the benefit of the community. Okay, so let's discuss some of these now. The first sentence is the following: Pakistan is not a development country. Okay, and then in this sentence, we have a problem with nouns and adjectives. Okay, so Mansoor, any ideas? How do you think we can fix this sentence? What do you think?
Pakistan is not a development country. Problem now.
What do you think? What can we do about this?
Yeah, 1 second, please.
Yeah, take your time, no problem. So we know that there must be some kind of issue with the word development, right? Development doesn't fit because it's a noun, right? But the word country is also a noun,
Yes,
okay?
sir.
So as
Pakistan is also a noun.
but Pakistan is a noun, but really the key issue here is that country is a noun, okay? So
Yes, sir.
what we need to change development, we need to rather exchange development for an adjective. What could that adjective be?
Development. Develop.
Or we
Develop,
could
sir.
close, what we can do is we can take the past participle and use it as an adjective to create developed. Yeah, so we could say Pakistan
Develop.
is not a developed country. Okay.
Developed country. Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
and we can understand from that it's a developing country and that it's on its way to become developed, right? Okay.
Okay.
Let's let's take a look at this next one here. I've been learning English 6 months ago. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, from the context of our discussion, it was my understanding that you're referring to that a period of time has elapsed starting 6 months in the past until now. Yes? Okay. So,
Yes, sir.
bear, okay, great. So, bearing that in mind, what changes can we make to this sentence? I've been learning English 6 months ago.
For 6 months ago, sir.
Well,
It's
correct. So,
proposition for 6 months ago.
so you are correct that for is the right preposition to use because we're referring to a period of time. But because we're
Yes, sir.
refer, okay, so because we're referring to the duration rather than the point when it started, we actually do not need to use ago. We could say, I've been learning English for 6 months. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
There is an alternative solution that we could use that does use ago. However, if we do this, we will need to change the verb. So you could say, I started learning English 6 months ago. So in
Okay.
that second solution, we're not referring so much to the duration, but rather the point in which this process initiated. Okay, when it started. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Let's take a look at about our next point here. The class can cancel. Okay. The class can cancel. And in this case, we need to think about passives. Any ideas? What do you think?
The class can cancel. Class can cancel. The class may have been cancelled.
So right. So we need to use a passive construction here because the key point here is the subject. The subject,
Yes, sir.
the class can't cancel anything, right? Because people cancel things, not classes, right? So
Yes, sir.
we can correct that by using a passive construction, okay? And we would use the appropriate
Yes.
structure, which would be
Yes.
subject plus the relevant form of the verb to be, and then our past participle verb form 3. Okay, so in practice, in this case, it would be the class can be cancelled. Okay,
The class can be cancelled.
wonderful.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
That's wonderful.
all right. So here we have it had been. Just going to make a small adjustment to my notes there. Okay, it had been released in 2007. Okay, it had been released in 2007. What change do you think we might make to this sentence in relation to verbs? Now, I suppose I should have been more precise there in relation to tenses, verb tenses.
It
What do you
had
think?
been released in 2007. It had been released.
Okay, so in this sentence, you're using the
Yes,
past
sir.
perfect tense in passive
Yes, sir.
form. Yeah. Now, the past perfect is a bit more advanced grammar,
Yes, sir.
and we use it in a situation when we're referencing multiple, at least two events that happened in the past, and we want to indicate which event occurred first. However, here there's only one event, right? The action of releasing, right? To release. So really, there's no real use, or there's no real need or necessity to use the past perfect tense. So what we can actually do here is use a simpler grammatical structure, the past simple. Okay. So Mansoor, how can we apply the past simple tense in this case? What do you think? Any ideas?
It had been released in 2007.
So so
Um,
that's the original. I'm looking for you to switch this to the past simple tense.
okay, sir. So, past simple, sir. Past simple tense, sir.
That's right.
How past simple tense? It
So in this case, because it's a
it released. It released in 2007, sir.
okay,
We can say in past simple. It can. It released in 2007.
so you are partially correct in that the past simple form of the verb release is released. However, notice here that
Yes, sir.
we're using a passive construction here, which just changed the grammar a bit. Okay, so in this case, we would have to say it was released. Yeah, it was released in
It was.
2007. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
released in 2007.
All right. If you're not sure about that, I would perhaps recommend doing a bit of additional investigation into passives, right? Passive form. All right. Okay, we have
Okay.
one more note that I'd like to discuss today.
Okay, sir.
We don't come outside. Okay, we don't come outside. And here we have another issue related to verbs. What do you think?
We don't come outside.
Yes. So
हम बाहर नहीं जाते. Um, we don't come outside. हम बाहर नहीं जाते. In our, it's present indefinite tense, present simple tense, sir.
so the tense is actually okay. We can use the present simple, that's fine. The problem is not the tense, but rather the verb
Okay.
itself. Okay. Come is not the appropriate verb. We need to use something similar, but a bit different. Okay. So our answer will be we don't go outside. Okay. We don't go outside.
Yes, sir. We don't go outside.
So
It's okay, sir.
so let's think about this. So why? Why should we use go rather than come here? What do you think?
Because go is the first form of the verb.
Well, they're both in the infinitive form, so to come or to go.
Infinitive. Yeah. Infinitive form, sir.
So both
It's
go
infinitive form.
right. So both go and come, they both refer to movement between point A to point B, but from a different perspective. Okay. So we use go
Okay.
when the destination of movement is different to the location of the speaker at the moment of speaking. Okay. And when we would
Okay,
use
sir.
come when the destination of movement is the same as you or as the speaker at the moment of speaking. So in this case, when we say in the original sentence, when you said we don't come outside, that would indicate that you are outside. But I can see on the camera that you're not outside. You're inside, right? You're in your house, right? Or somewhere else. Yeah. So therefore, because you're referencing a different location to where you are now, that is outside, wherever that may be, we must use go. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for your patience and efforts. Much appreciated. That brings our discussion for an end for today. Thank you very much, Mansoor, for your time.
Sir, thank you very much. You have taught me a lot for today, sir.
You're very welcome.